Whew. All right, get this going. That's live. Go live. Okay, close that. Whew. All right. A little messy today. That's okay. Looks fine. Hi. How's it going? Sometimes these late starts are the best starts. Because I don't know why, but they just are. So here's to a good show. We're going to keep it short. We've got broomball today. We are playing the number one team in the league, and we are missing about half of our team. So my expectations for this game, and what I've told the team as captain, is let's just have fun, guys. Honestly, I'm not expecting a win tonight, but I just don't like the games that, we get too competitive and we get too chippy, and it's just not fun. I'm hoping just to leave the game going, hey, we gave it our best shot. We had a few good passes. We took some good shots. Nobody got hurt. That's the most important thing. So, yeah, that's what I'm going for. Pulling up comments real quick. See a few people saying hi. So, Kim, Marcus, Kelly, Denise, hi. Bangs are cut. Bangs are not laying flat today. That's because I have broomball and I didn't care. So I'm going to be putting a helmet on in like an hour anyway. All right. There's that post. And that's on. Cool. And there's that. Wow. Things are working today. That's awesome. Broomball last week. Thanks for asking. We won. We are, I think, in the second place out of 8 teams, and I think we played the 7th or 8th place team last week. So they probably went into that game with the same mentality that I'm telling my team for tonight. So we beat them pretty handedly. Not handedly, but we beat them. So speaking of sports, I think this will kind of be our topic today. Last Sunday, we had soccer playoffs, and it was I think we were second place, and I can't remember. I think it's only the top 4 teams make playoffs in this league, and so we played a team that we had beat. I can't remember. They were a really good team, and we were down 2-0, and then Bert scored. And then in the last minute of the game, Bert scored again to tie it up. And so it goes immediately to a shootout. And normally when we get to shootout, I am just like, I'll trust my teammates to do this. But something inside me was like, Lynn, take a shot. And so Bert was the first shooter, and he scored. Then the other team, I think they hit the post or they went wide, so they missed. And then I went up there, confidently put that ball down, took a few steps back, looked at the goalie and realized he's not even looking at me, he's looking down. And so I'm like, I got this. And I just put that ball right in. And so I made my shot. And then the next person took their shot on the team, on the other team, and they missed as well. So 2 misses, and we had 2 in, so that automatic, because it's only 3 shots in this shootout. So we won. We won on my goal, or my final shot. Well, plus Bert catching us up during the game to get us to the shootout. So anyway, it was really exciting. I felt very proud, and I got a lot of high fives, and it was like an awesome moment for me. But then this Sunday, we had the championship game against the team we lost to during the regular season, the only team we lost to during the regular season, 2-0, and they beat us in the championship game 2-0. Though they took away one of our goals over a handball that, I don't think was a handball, and it just was so it burned a little bit. That was our goal, and it was nice. But anyway, so lost yesterday, probably will lose tonight, but happy segue here. Imani won her basketball game on Saturday. We're so proud of her. So we'll talk a little bit about youth sports. So yeah, that team that we came back and beat in that, excuse me. I'm tired. That little thing I just did there was me trying not to yawn. The game that we played last Sunday, we beat them 3-0 in the first time we played them this season. Marcus, I looked up broomball. There isn't even a German word for it. That's incredible. Marcus, broomball here in the States isn't even that popular. We often have to explain what this sport is to people. So it's like a sport that is popular with like college intramurals, and you don't see played a lot, like even as organized, like in organized leagues. I don't think that there's youth leagues for broomball. I think it only exists for like adults that are, I don't know, stuck playing this very odd winter sport. Yeah. But thanks. I am proud of second place. I think that is, we were the runners up, and, getting there was exciting. Yeah. But yeah, Marcus, I think you should definitely introduce broomball to Switzerland. I mean, it's perfect, for all the chilly conditions in the winter. I mean, just go take over an ice rink, put some goals out, hand people some sticks, and say, all right, guys, here's a ball. Try and put it in the goal. They don't even need skates. You just play on your shoes. I guess it's big in Canada. They reference it in some movies. My sister still doesn't know what broomball is. Yeah. Oh, Marcus. No. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of Americans that aren't first place, so. That could go in a million different directions. I'm just going to leave it. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about youth sports. So I obviously love sports for the fact that it brings people together, and you have to work as a team in order to accomplish the goal. I mean, you could have someone really good on the team that carries the whole team, but to me, that's not really a team. That's not fair. That's what that is. That person should go play in a different league. I think to really have a good team, everyone needs to be contributing to it, or most of the people should be. And then I think it's important for learning how to win and, Marcus, how to lose, because in life you don't always win. And if you learn how to lose, earlier in life and understand like that's not the end of everything, I think that lesson is super duper important. So I am of the mindset that kids should be on some sort of a team. Now, it does not have to be an athletic team, though I think it's more fun if it is, but that's just my preference. But even if, okay, look, I'm so distracted with my bangs. Lynn, close your eyes. Oh my God. Okay, focus. Even if it's like if they're in a band, right, and they'll have to play together to make a song, whether that's, orchestra or concert band or drumline or whatever it is, or a rock band, or being part of a choir, or joining a math team, science team, like any of these things where they have to contribute to something together. That is really important to me. So that's why, I work for Chicago Sport and Social Club, and I think it's something that we should all continue to do through our life, is be part of some sort of a team, club, activity, something, right, where we're getting together. So our daughter, our foster daughter, she joined the basketball team at school. She's in 8th grade. She's on the girls basketball team, which is a combination. They do 7th and 8th grade girls together. So they were playing, I think, 5 other schools in this little season, and they had their first game. They played this team that has this girl that seriously could be a college player. She was so good. Her form was perfect. Why are you playing with your school? You should all be playing with a travel team. Those are the kinds of players that I was talking about. They're carrying the team. They're not really working together. But when they would take that girl off, sub her out, and it was our girls versus the rest of that team, it was an evenly matched game. And it was exciting, and it was almost as fun as watching this is going to sound horrible. What's a good way to put this? Higher level players play. It's just so exciting to try and watch them get to making a basket together. And I love it. So the first game was pretty rough. They lost that game big time, and I think that they learned a lot because that was their first game ever together, and coach ran them through some different drills during the week. So for their second game, they went out there and they were trailing the whole game, but only by like 2 to 4 points at any time. Now, final score of the game, guys, was 10-12, or maybe 12-14. Not super high. I think it was 10-12. All right. And this is after 4 8-minute periods. So not super high scoring. But it was so exciting because they were trailing the whole game. And then this girl, in like less than a minute left, puts up this shot and it goes in. And it tied the game. And it was so exciting. And so they go to an overtime. And for a 2-minute overtime. And we score the only basket and during that overtime, and they went to the line twice. So they had 4 free shots, and all 4 of them, or all 3 of them, the girl did not put it in. So we got a little lucky there, because I honestly don't know why she went to the line. I didn't see the foul, but what do I see? I wear glasses. What do I know? But it was so exciting to watch the game, even though it was low scoring and. They're still learning the fundamentals, but you could see the progress from week 1 to week 2. They understood, oh, okay, I'm supposed to do this when we're on offense and do that when we're on defense. So I was talking to a coworker today, right? We all run, adult sports. And I was talking to my coworker who has 2 little kids, and she's like, yeah, it's really hit or miss. Like, you can sign them up for Park District, and it's probably just parents volunteering. Now, maybe you get a parent like, Kelly, my sister-in-law, who's played soccer and, volunteers and, can actually run some drills. Or you're going to get some parent that's like, and no one else is stepping up, so I'll do it. And they don't know what they're doing. That's the kind of coach I had, I think, in, back in the Park District days. But then you've got these like travel programs, and parents will pay thousands of dollars to sign their kids up for a 9-week program, or they're actually working with a coach that runs real drills. And Bert and I saw some of these kids right before our soccer game on Sunday. It was like maybe 7-year-old girls playing soccer. And I'm like, I did not have those moves when I was 7 years old. I did not understand positions. We would just beehive around and stuff. So I think what I'm learning, though, at observing all this, is like, it's crazy competitive if you want your kids to kind of like be like that girl during that Imani played against last week, that was like new good form and everything like that. You have to start them early, and you have to find coaches that are actually running real drills, or you have to do it yourself. But it's crazy. If you guys have stories about kids and sports, and please share them. But I will say, like, the biggest goal for me is to have them on a team where they're learning to work together. If the coach can teach that, then I think that that's the most important thing. Okay. Yeah, I know, Dad. I'm sorry. Her game's at 9 a.m. again this weekend, I believe. So if you want to get up early and come, you guys are always invited. Hi, Laura. Thanks for saying hi. And Amy, you know what? There was robotics club when I was in high school too. And I know that it was fairly new at the time. But yeah, robotics is super cool because you're learning how to do all the mechanical stuff. And am I remembering this right? With robotics, you're trying to beat up the other robots, I think? Or are you trying to compete in like having your robot do things better than the other robots? But I love, yeah. So there's just like whatever interest a kid has, there's some sort of a club or team to join, which is, that's what I'm talking about. And yeah, no matter what they're doing, it's fun to watch them. That it is so fun. Like, I love watching Imani on the team. Even if she's on the sidelines, it's still fun to watch her and how she's like experiencing the game and her teammates. It's so cool. I love it. Thank you, Dad, for saying my hair is beautiful this week. I did actually get a haircut last Wednesday. She did cut my bangs, but I did not take care of them today. And Marcus, I know you were just kidding about the first place stuff. Obviously, the U.S. is not first place in World Cup soccer for them in the men's division, but for women's, we're #1. World Cup for the women's is this summer. I'm so excited for that too. Okay, this is a great point. This is a very good point. Mama's saying, I think parents have to be careful. Don't push your kid. Don't live through your kid. Most kids will not make it to the pros. Okay. Yes, they will. I'm just kidding. I think that you don't even have to say the part that they're not going to make it to the pros. I think that there is a competitive side in a lot of parents, especially if we played sports ourselves, where we want to see our kids succeed. And there's something very exciting and proud for us in that. And I think I will need to keep myself in check, honestly. I think that this, I don't know. Like maybe, I don't know if I'm that kind of a parent where I'm going to be like, you're signing up for travel and no, you're never giving up this and you're going to play this sport because I said so. I really do hope that I have, as we continue to welcome kids into our home, the mindfulness of what are their interests and encouraging them and not putting my own pressures of success on them. But it's, you do see that a lot, and then you see kids not want to play anymore because the pressure is too much. One of the parents on Imani's team, so the best player on Imani's team, she's great. She's and she gets better each week too. It's really cool to watch. And you can tell she's got a competitive parent. One of her parents is competitive, and he once in a while will make a comment where like, but she is trying hard, like cut her some slack. It's not bad, but you can definitely see where there's definitely like a spectrum of parents, you're doing great no matter what, to the, like, you're going to be grounded if you don't do well. And then everything in between. Hopefully I'm in between. I don't know. I think we are. I just love sports and the team stuff. Anyway. Okay. I don't know if anyone's got any other like stories about that, or, if you don't, it's okay. I'll share just, like a little bit more too, is, I didn't play really competitive soccer, even though soccer is my favorite sport. And I like to consider myself as a pretty good player at this point, given my, my age and I guess my bracket. And I understand the game, and I feel like I've got decent skills. I'm not the best, but I'm not, the weak link on the team either. But I did not grow up with the advanced training and stuff. When we got to high school, we were part of a club. And we had decent coaches. I have no idea if they were certified coaches or not, but they were organized, and I had fun, and that's what made me want to keep playing. So I'm going to keep reminding myself of that, and that's why I'm still playing as an adult, is because it's fun. Boom. Mic drop. Okay. I also had my dad as an inspiration too. He played, as he pointed out last time we were doing a live stream, he played into his 50s. Or maybe it was 40s, but played pretty long, and he still is very, active. And so be a role model to your kids. And, my mom was always involved with social groups, like parent clubs or book clubs or whatever. And so seeing, it's normal to get together with your peers and around a topic or interest you share, then yeah, of course kids are going to see that and pick up on it. So I'm glad that Imani likes to come to our soccer games and see that. She's going to come to broomball tonight for the first time, so I can't wait for her to see what this silly sport is. Yeah. It is really hard not to push too hard. Somehow we managed to raise 3 really competitive kids. Yeah. Our family is extremely competitive with each other. It's but it feels fun too. Like it's a fun competitiveness, not like a mean competitiveness. My mom said I had a parent shush me at a high school volleyball game when I applauded a great play the other team made. Oh, that's not good. I like to cheer for good plays on the other team. Even when I'm playing against a team, if a goalie makes a good save, I'm still like, great save, goalie. That's, I just hate leaving a game feeling like you have enemies. You should, and whether you're on the bench or playing in the game, it's like you shouldn't leave the game like, oh, I hate those guys. I hate the other team. It should just be like, I don't know. I mean, who am I to say what it should or shouldn't be like? But in my mind, in the perfect Lynn world, it's like everyone leaves going, wow, everyone played their part in the game today. Some people did better than others. Some people are going to improve. Some people set the bar real low, so all they can do is go up from here. Yeah. Thank you, husband, for pointing this out. You and your siblings also married competitive people. Well, me and Paul did. Just kidding. Rob's also very competitive. Rob's competitive in a very sneaky, sly way, and I love it. We all married competitive people. It's fun. All right, I'm gonna cut this off here because dinner sounds to be about ready, and we have to leave enough time to eat and then get ready for broomball and leave on time. So good luck to us at broomball. I'll talk to you guys next Monday. Maybe share some other updates about more serious stuff. But thanks for hanging out and talking sports with us. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a great week. Bye.